Senator Hall, let me try to come and bring another angle to this for you. Let's try to, let me tell you the reality of how this will affect my community and bring some practicality to this. Senator Hall, I represent an elderly community that, for the most part, none of them have ever attended, most of them have never attended a gun show. They don't go online and buy and sell things. But we pass down generations and generations firearms sometimes, you know? I'm just trying to figure out reality and practicality-wise, how would my community, if not for these gun buyback shows every now and then, how would we, you know, a 67-year-old lady in my community that may find her grandson that lives with her had a chest full of guns, or Pawpaw left some guns over, he's gone on to the other side and he had a collection of guns. How would somebody like that in my community, without these once in a while gun trade-ins, how would they dispose of old weapons and firearms if not for municipalities having these buybacks every now and then? Would you like for them to just toss them in the garbage can or put them in a dumpster somewhere? What would you like for them to do, or give them to, you know, the next door neighbor? Or how do you foresee that scenario in my community getting rid of some of these firearms in the community? From a reality standpoint, this is real life reality.
You do what most people do. First of all, the government buyback programs are pennies on the dollars of what their gun is usually worth.
You know what pennies on the dollar? Wait, Senator Hall, respectfully. You know what pennies on a dollar means in my community? Think about it.
I'll be glad to answer your question if you'll give me a chance.
Sure, sir. Respectfully.
Those buyback programs are pennies on the dollars for the value of the guns, usually. And lots of Americans sell their guns every day to someone who wants one like it for fair market value in the free enterprise system. Buying of guns is not the role. It is not the role of government.
I just want you to understand the reality of it. Taking away that program in a community like mine could be more dangerous than you think. Because I agree, lots of Americans sell their firearms on the open market, but lots is not all. And I'm talking about my community, who is not all. And we have no other choice sometimes but to bring them into buyback, especially my elderly people who don't want guns in the houses for their grandchildren, for safety. They can't just toss them in the garbage can. That wouldn't be safe, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you agree? Would you agree with me on that? That wouldn't be safe?
Wouldn't throw anything of value into a garbage can. Would not be a smart thing.
We're not talking about anything of value right now. We're talking about your bill and we're talking about firearms. Would that be safe?
Throwing anything of value, and a firearm is of value, into a garbage can.
We're not talking about anything of value. We're talking about your bill.
Nothing in this bill
your bill doesn't talk about anything of value. Your bill talks about
anybody should throw a gun into a garbage can.
Okay.
There's nothing in this bill.
Members, please don't talk over each other. Be courteous.
Yes.
One at a time, please.
We're not talking about anything of value in this bill. We're talking about firearms. We're talking about possibly ammunition. Would you consider that safe to put them in the garbage can or dumpster? Because that's what my community is going to be forced to do. Give that any thought?
Do you have a question?
That was the question. Did you give that any thought?
There's nothing in this bill that talks about people putting their guns in a garbage can.
But then how do you expect for them to get rid of them?
It's called the free market.
Free market. This is another example, Mr. Senator Hall. I hope you would agree with me. That one solution doesn't fit all. Everybody doesn't go to gun shows, Senator Hall. Everybody doesn't know how to go online or have computer access to go on and sell something like a firearm. I just want you to realize and think about that. Because what we're doing is you're going to make the communities more dangerous if they can't get rid of these firearms. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, members.